Now, what up? What up, y'all? What's going on? What's the word? What's the word? What's the business? Let me see something. Let me check out the phone real quick. Let me give it a couple of seconds to warm up. Then we're gonna make our rounds, shout everybody out, and then get to getting. You understand me? Ooh wee. Ooh, excuse me. I'm so sorry, y'all. So today we are gonna cover a few different things. We are gonna talk over my first of all. New DLC character just dropped in Street Fighter 6, so we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get in the weeds on that, figure out if Mai is good or not. I have a strong feeling that she is good. I have a very strong feeling that she has, um, a lot of good tools, a lot of fundamental tools that will help any Street Fighter player accomplish their goals. Beyond that, we will go and do some gameplay ourselves, you know what I'm saying, and see if we can put some of that into practice, as far as like adding that to our own game plan. And within that, we will also cover something that has come to my attention over the past couple of, I guess, oh, I don't know, maybe months or so, where there are a lot of people who are playing Street Fighter 6 for the very first time, bro. There are a lot of people that are playing. This is their very first Street Fighter game, period. And so, what I wanted to do is start up. What up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? Hollow the Yin. What up, little Timmy? What up, baby? Smile and be happy. What up? Appreciate y'all for sliding through, man. Make sure y'all drop some likes on the live. Show some love. Show some love. But anyway, if you watching on the Twitch side, I do want to direct your attention to this scroll that you see in the middle of the screen here that says Street Fighter School. What that means is that Street Fighter School is in session, meaning that we are going to learn to play some Street Fighter since so many people are new to the franchise. So many people, this is their very first fighting game, period. And so breaking down Mai will give us an opportunity to look at some of her tools and then kind of segue into us getting a deeper understanding on how fighting games work and specifically how the game Street Fighter 6 works. And so what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take a look at my main man. This is my dog right here. I love watching Brian F, man, because he's so good at explaining things. You know what I'm saying? He explains things in such a great way. Wyatt, what up, baby? Appreciate you for stopping by, man. Show some love before you dip out. Roswell, what's going on, baby? What up, baby? Appreciate you, man. Let me show you some love in the chat, man. We getting ready to cover some Maya and some more stuff. BTT 2011. Appreciate you with the Taki bag, baby. Taki bag. On your six. What up, baby? Appreciate you for sliding through. Show some love before you head out. Drop a couple likes on that thing, man. So what we getting ready to do right now is start this video up. We're gonna talk about Mai as a character and learn her tools and all of that and what's good about Mai. And then what we will do is we'll fire up Street Fighter 6 and learn some more about the character Mai herself. And then from that, we will also learn some basics about Street Fighter since so many people are, new to fighting games and playing Street Fighter for the first time. So let me stop talking. Let me go ahead on and get started. One thing I will do before we go any further is that let me get into the video here, and then we'll take a break and shout out everybody on Twitch and shout out everybody on YouTube as we go. We're gonna do the My Character Guide live right now, then hit the lab and see what we can figure out with My and see if we can get some dirty set play going. Let's get into it. How to play My. Actually, I don't want to do this. This is boring. I want to play the character. Content ruined. No, we're good. Casual My. Whole costume. They knew what they were doing with the cosplay angle for sure. I wish that was a playable costume, bro. But you can't get the mod. The mod is out. So if you on PC, you could mod to get that costume. Cause I already have some mods. You gonna see them? I'm gonna put them on. Bender, what up, baby? Appreciate you for sliding. Ryan, what's going on? Make sure y'all dropping some likes if y'all hanging out, man. Throw some likes on that thing for your boy. I appreciate y'all. If you could do that, that'd be great. That'd help us out a good deal. Throw some likes on that thing for your boy. Okay, so right here I want to stop real quick. This meter right here in the middle of the screen is called the frame meter. We're going to be spending a lot of time talking about that today and how to use the frame meter. So if you never used the frame meter before, you don't understand anything about it, we're going to break that down today. What Brian is talking about here is the difference in all of the different fireballs that MAI can throw. So that has to do with the fans that she throws out. And so what he's trying to figure out is how fast they come out and what you can do after you throw a fireball. So let's watch more and we can learn more about that. What up, what up, what up? Boom, boom, done. What's going on, baby? Appreciate you for sliding, man. Drop some likes on that thing before you head out. Okay, so you heard that, right? So you heard him say her heavy fireball is the fastest. So let's go back and look at that real quick. See if we go back a few frames. Okay, heavy is 12 frame startup. So when he talks about startup, he talks about how long before the move actually is what's considered active, meaning that the opponent could get hit by it. 14 frames startup, 17 and 20. Okay. So he just covered Luke's 3 fireballs, which is 14 and then 20. You know how he talked about the different startup frames? That's the difference between the two characters. Some characters have fast fireballs that start up very fast, and other characters have fireballs that start up very, very slow. And so that's what we get ready to break down right here. Right. So for MAI, it's 16, 14, 12. So we're ahead. Okay, so you saw that 16, 14, and 12. So the light fireball starts up at 16. The medium fireball starts up at 14 frames. And the heavy fireball starts up the fastest at 12 frames, which means it starts up faster than Luke's fireballs, meaning that MAI's fireball will come out faster than the character Luke. So that's kind of one of the advantages already. So let's learn more about that. Let's see who we got here. Let's see, Imperfect Sale. What up, baby? We got Sweetie PD22. Appreciate you for sliding. Y'all drop some likes on that thing for your boy. Angel One FNCS. What's going on, boy? Appreciate you for sliding. Let's see. Let's check it out. Uh-oh, my bad. For some reason, this animation looks a little deceptive. It feels slow, but so the hit projectiles, which are not real projectiles, are. Hold on, y'all. Let me take this real quick. Oh man, would be right in the middle of me, but this had be, man. I'm trying to tell you, bro. You be in the middle of doing something, you be trying to serve the community, bro, and then life get the life. But that's cool. You know what I'm saying? We could take a break to address this real quick. Real quick, what's going on with y'all? How y'all feeling today, man? Everybody ready for work? Everybody at the gig lurking? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? I appreciate y'all for stopping by and showing some love to your boy, man. I really, really do. I really, really do. Okay, there we go. Got to make sure we good. Got to make sure that we are good. But yeah, man, while we waiting, man, y'all take a look at the follower goal right there, and then also the subscriber goal, man. What we trying to do, what we trying to do is hit these goals by the end of the year. So our goal for the year is to make it to 1,000 followers, and our goal for the year is to get 10 subscribers. So what we want is 1% of our following to be subscribed to the channel. That's our goal for the entire year. So if we could do that, man, that would be a fantastic thing, man. That'll take us a long way as far as continuing to develop partnerships, like, you know, being able to give away free stuff on TikTok, for example, like being able to get more branded and, you know what I'm saying, content for our following and our community, like how we have with Delta Force and all the drops and everything that we have on like Twitch and TikTok and all of that. So there is a method to the madness right here. But, you know, also, if you know what I'm saying, if you just feeling, you know what I'm saying, you just feeling generous, you want to show some love to your boy, man, you could click that subscribe button for me. Or, you know what I'm saying, you could drop me a little dono or something like that. Or you could just follow on whatever. You know, you could follow on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, however you want to do it, man. It all helps. So let's get back into the video. They're actually pretty fast. Now, it's 32 frames to get the charge version. Okay, so we talked about that previously. The charge fan is really one of her long distance tools, and we're going to explain more on how to use the charge fan. But if you notice, just off the rip, he's throwing the charge fan out and it's popping up in the air. which is going to give you what's called a mix up. So a mix up is basically where we talk about whether the opponent has to guess or not. So the opponent is going to be guessing on whether or not they should block the fan that's above them, or if you were to dash up in the opponent's face, they would then have to choose between the fan or whatever you're going to do to them while you standing right there, whether that's a strike where you're going to, press a button and try to hit them, or you're going to try to throw them. So you see what I'm saying? So that's why it's called a 50-50, or that's why it's called a mix right there, because the opponent is going to end up guessing whether that fan hits them or they block it because it's going to pop up in the air. Mr. Nobody, appreciate you for sliding, bro. Show some love, man. Show some love.
Yeah, it seems like partially charging it doesn't do anything. I think once you get past a certain charge point, yeah. So once you get past like 20 frames of charging, it.
Okay, so that kind of evens it up between her and Luke. So you have to charge that for a total of 20 startup frames before you get the pop-up effect. So does that make sense? So you have to earn the pop-up effect by charging for 20 frames. So that means you have to hold the button down for 20 whole frames, and then once it hits the opponent and pops up, you should already be on your way rushing towards the opponent for a mix-up. Okay.
Just locks you into the 32. Yeah. So I'm letting go of the button early, but once you charge it past 20 frames, it locks you into the full charge. So
Mm.
there's only uncharged and charged. There's not a difference between them.
Yeah, so it's not like a Kuma's fireball
The
where you
lightning
get to
fireball
choose.
is the slower one, and the heavy one's faster. Charge light, very slow.
Hmm.
With hotels and vacation rentals, Booking.com.
All right, so everybody saw that, right? So we saw how we was going to work with that, and what we'll do is that while that's going on, we will take a look at some other things, some other characters in the game that have fireballs.
Faster, pops higher. Heavy, super fast, pops way higher.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so we should be all good.
Plus 17. So how easy is it to.
So you see that? So let's go back. Let's go back a few frames. Let's see that. Give me 1 second here. We're gonna take a look at that in 1 second. So you see what happened there? He threw the fan, right? The fan pops up in the air, and look at what he did. He drive rush afterwards for what's called a mix-up. Let's watch it. See how he pressing buttons in the opponent's face. He trying to see what he could do and what advantage he has once he gets there. So the fan is gonna hit. He's gonna press a button, and then at that point, we're gonna look at the frame meter to determine what type of advantage we have.
So how easy is it to.
See that? See how it said? Hold on. Let's go back. It's real quick. You got to watch it. Real quick. Watch this.
Easy is it to.
Right there where it said +6. Did y'all see that? See if I can catch it. Right there. You see right there where it says +6 on that sign right there where it says advantage. That is what we're looking for. That's like that's the gold in Street Fighter right there when you get what's called advantage and what to do when you have advantage. So we're gonna talk about that when we get to the Street Fighter School section. Lollipop Kid, what up, boy? Appreciate you for sliding through and showing some love, man. Let's continue.
Oh, you can push them out of the mix.
See that? See how the fan was popping up, but he pressed the button before the fan hit. That's what he means when he says you could push them out of the mix.
So if they get hit, can you throw still?
Now he's checking to see if the opponent get hit by the fan, can you still throw him?
What would be my combo? It seems a little hard. The combo from this is the pushback. Pushback seems a little higher than I would have expected from the fan. Oh wait, how fast is this? 9 frames in the sand heavy.
So you saw that right there. So he just showed you a lot in that little bit of time, which is the fan hit, right? He throw the fan out, the fan pop up, then he presses the button. after the drive rush. So he throws the fan to start the mix up, right? The fan pops up in the air, and as he's drive rushing, the opponent is now guessing. The opponent is officially in the mix up at that point in time. And so what happens after the fan hits the opponent is that he has advantage, which allows him to press that button. So he said when he said this +9 or when he said is 9 frames of startup, that means that since it's 9 frames of startup and you have 6 frames of advantage, if your opponent does not have a move that could come out in 3 frames or faster, they're gonna get hit no matter what they do. So if the opponent presses a button right there, you're gonna get a counter hit. If they block it, you're still gonna have advantage enough time for you to block their attack. You see what I'm saying? So that's why advantage is so important to understand. Because what it lets you do, it shows you what you can get away with and what you can't. So let's continue to watch. Now, if you notice, when he's drive rushing and he's hitting the opponent, some of the moves are getting blocked. The reason why he has the dummy set the way that the dummy is set is to determine what the combo is. Anytime you press a button and you have an opportunity to press another button and the opponent cannot block it, that's what's called a combo. That means your string, your string of buttons or actions is what's called airtight. And so these are all terms that we're going to be using more and more when we talk through Street Fighter School and learn how to become effective Street Fighter players.
Let's have him do this. Let's have him standard. Let's have him crouch block only, and let's have him crouch. Let's have him block all.
See, right now he's trying to figure out what part of the string is plus and what's the best string to go with.
And so you can definitely get in there and throw.
Okay, so remember how we talked about the mix up and whether the difference between strike and throw? So what he's showing you now is that there are both options. So you can throw the fan, it'll pop up in the air. You have an opportunity to strike the opponent with the correct string or throw the opponent if they block everything. So does that make sense? Like does that make sense why that would be valuable? Where from a distance you can kind of mix the character up, get in their face, press some buttons if you want to, and if they are pressing buttons, they're gonna get hit. But if they are blocking everything, then you still have opportunity to throw them. So you see what I'm saying? Like you get rewarded for pressing your advantage.
Yeah, they'll get punish counter like that.
See that? See how they try to press it. He set the dummy to press a button, and then he was still able to get the throw out. So that's why that advantage again. Advantage is very important to understand.
So you got a punish counter throw.
All right. So let's pause that for a second.
That's not my pasta.
Where is that coming from? Where do we get that sound from? Let me see. Where do we get that from? Give me 1 second, y'all. FPS doggo, what up, baby? Appreciate you for sliding through that thing, man. Oop. Hey, trucker story, what up, baby? What's the word? Family. I'm all good. Thank you for stopping by, man. Appreciate you for showing some love, baby. Oh, that's what that was. That I heard that animation. I was like, boy, what? Boy, hold on. But I'm glad you followed, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, boy. You had threw me off with that look, with that right there. I was like, whoa, hold on. Let me get back to the video. My bad, y'all.
Problem. Yeah. Okay. That's not my problem. Yeah. And action. I honestly forgot what we were doing. That's not my problem. It just feels lazy. Like I'm a good actor. I just think. Yeah. Has this lamp been here the whole time? Like, it's like a
It's
little.
going pretty good, man. Right now we talking over
Have a great weekend.
the new DLC character in Street Fighter. We talking over MAI and all of that. And we're gonna do some Street Fighter school later. So we're gonna be teaching some of the new players that are coming into Street Fighter for the first time. We're teaching them how to play the game.
You the light one because it pops lower. You're gonna get less frame advantage on this because
Okay.
there's not as much
So let's
time
stop right
between.
there. So what he's talking about is a difference in fans and what to do and what advantage. So you remember how we talked about having frame advantage, right? That's the reason why it's so important to understand that, because that frame advantage is going to be what determines which of your buttons you can use afterwards. So if you have advantage, it's not the same as having advantage and then pressing the appropriate button. Does that make sense? So like if you have advantage in any one specific situation, that's not your cue to just start mashing buttons and then, a 50 hit combo comes out. No. You need to understand how much advantage you have and which buttons do what within that frame of advantage to help you get the most out of each time you press a button or each time you have the advantage. Okay, so it sounds confusing. It sounds confusing. It sounds like it's a lot, but trust me, it's really not. It's actually very basic and very simple to understand. And once you wrap your mind around that, I guarantee you are going to be whooping ass. Trust me. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, for real. Trucker Story. It is cool, man. I mean, there are a lot of people who have not played Street Fighter, but we're gonna help them out today. The reason why I'm typing and talking at the same time is because not everybody is in a position where they can listen out loud. So if somebody is interacting with me, I'm going to more than likely talk to them on the stream, but then also type back to them because I get that. You know what I'm saying? You may be in class or something like that. So you see what I'm saying? So if you lurk it, I appreciate you for pulling up anyway. You may be in a library or something and not want to make too much noise or whatever the case may be. So I appreciate you lurking on your boy, man. That's special right there. That means a lot, man. It really does. I appreciate that. I really, really do. What's up, y'all? Gemini Ghost. What up, baby? Hold on, Gemini. Hold on, baby. Hold on, shorty. Yeah, hold on. Appreciate you for stopping by though. That's love right there. I appreciate you for stopping by. Let's see who else. When Stoner, what's going on? Clutch, what up, baby? Sickle Reaper, what up, baby? Appreciate everybody who stopped by, man. I really, really do. I love y'all for that. Appreciate that. Let's get back to it. So right there, you see how I say 2 frames of advantage? This is what happens when the fan hits at different heights. So the higher it hits, the more advantage you have. The lower it hits, the less advantage you have. You hear him? Look at you saw that? You see the difference, right? Now that's a big difference in advantage from 4 frames to 15 frames. 15 frames means that you could press your heavy punch and then you could drive rush off your heavy punch, but we're gonna talk about that. So does that make sense? So now if you have 4 frames of advantage, and let's say you press your heavy punch and then your opponent presses a button that's faster than your heavy punch, you're gonna get counter hit. And then they're gonna beat your ass. See that? See how I immediately press heavy punch? It's okay. So are you getting it now? It's not that difficult of a concept to understand, man. But you just have to sit down and watch and try to wrap your mind around these things. And if you could do that, then it'll help you, get better at the game and understand what you can and cannot do. And then once you could understand what you can do, it makes it easier for you to set up ways to trap your opponent into those things where they don't understand what they can and cannot do. So you have the advantage not only in terms of frames, but you also have the mental advantage, meaning that you understand more about the game than your opponent does. That way you could beat ass, stop getting your ass beat. I play Delta Force and I also play Street Fighter. Hold on. Yep. So those are the games that I play. I play Delta Force primarily and Street Fighter primarily. But there are some games on the horizon that I'm excited to try. So I am going to be playing some Final Fantasy for sure when they come back out. And when it get closer to release date, I'm going to play through the last one, the Rebirth. And then, once Battlefield drops, we're going to get on that like a mug. But yeah, so that's what I'm playing right now. I'm playing Delta Force. I'm playing Street Fighter. Sometimes I might dabble in another game if I get bored. I did get Rise of the Ronin, and I've been meaning to play through that for y'all, but I just keep putting it off. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I need to play that because I've been supposed to play it. Yeah, man, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure.
21, right? So the lighter one is going to be a much tighter
I'm
gap.
gonna put this where I can see that. There we go.
But you're not really going to get anything from it when you're up close if you do something like that. Okay, and Rianbu. Oh, this is only -4.
Okay, so now that we've made our way to negative frames, let's talk about that. It's important to note how much advantage you lose. Okay, cool, man. Well, we could talk more about it, bro. Just I don't know if you could. I guess maybe you could whisper or whatever. So if you want to talk more about that specifically, just hit me in the whispers or something like that, bro. But I appreciate you for stopping by and you know what I'm saying, letting me know what you got going on. If I like what you got going on, I might, you know what I'm saying, I might do some business with you, baby. Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm trying to think. Do I have a Discord link? The Discord link should be on my Twitter profile, not my Twitter profile, but my Twitch profile. But if not, just yeah, go ahead, subscribe, bro, or go ahead, follow, subscribe. Do that on TikTok. If you subscribe on TikTok and if you subscribe on YouTube, I'll be able to do some business with you, man. But you know what I'm saying. Let's make sure we get that taken care of first. So go ahead on and sub on everything, bro, and then I'll make sure that we get in touch and do some business. All right. I appreciate you for offering that, though. Thank you.
Oh, this looks good.
So hold on. Let me go back to that.
Rianbu. Oh, this is
Okay. So this move is -4. What that means is that this move is safe because the fastest move in the game is only 4 frames, meaning that the fastest move in the game starts up and comes out and is able to hit the opponent in 4 frames. There is not a 3 frame button in Street Fighter 6 specifically. So what that means is similar to, well, not similar but different from Street Fighter 5, where your light kick and light punch were your 3 frame buttons, meaning that they could beat a move that was -4 by 1 frame. That is not the case here. This game does not have any 3 frame buttons whatsoever. So what that means is that even if any opponent in the game presses their fastest button, you still have enough time to block that button. So that move that he just did was called Rienbu. That move is safe. So if you're watching this and if you're thinking about playing MAI, you got to keep that in mind when you're doing your combos and your block strings. Are you trying to end with Rienbu? That particular version of Rienbu is safe. That means that you can block no matter what. It is, and it'll still be your turn.
only -4. Oh, this looks good.
See that?
This is -4 in space.
See that? It's -4, and then the term spaced, meaning that you cannot get punished from that distance. You far enough away from the opponent to where they cannot get a free punish. Meaning that, like, let's say if the opponent was to drive rush at you, you would have time enough to check it. Or if the opponent were to do like their long reaching button, like a heavy punch or a medium kick or something like that, or like a low forward, what's called a low forward, which is a crouching medium kick, you would have time to block all of that. But yeah, bro, all right, truck man, I appreciate you for stopping by, man. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that for sure. For sure, baby. For sure, showing love. Let's see who else. Ashton, what up, baby? Dom Rue YOLO, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Appreciate everybody for stopping by, man. Show some love. Make sure y'all drop some likes in the chat, man. Show some love for sure, for sure, for sure. Let's continue on with our breakdown.
This seems good. Seems like it's annoying. Yep.
See that? See how he can't get punished?
Yep. Exactly.
See that? So let's go back. Let's look at that one more time. So Rienbu comes out, right? Now watch this. So the jab, right? Look how it says advantage 11. So that means that not only do you eat up that whole entire negative frames, then you still have 11 frames of advantage, meaning that you could press your what? Heavy punch. Watch what he do. See? See how that worked? See how that worked? And then did you see where it said punish counter? So guess what that means? More advantage, more opportunity for you to beat ass. Okay, so like this is good, man. This is good. Y'all need to be watching this. If you never played Street Fighter before or you don't understand how fighting games work, this is probably the best way for you to learn it right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if you wanna do any sort of plan on any level, like if that's on tournament level, yeah. Hold on, give me 1 second, Chuck. I'm gonna give you my Insta, all right? But yeah, anyway, um like I said, man, that's what you got to understand about fighting games, bro. And and that's why I always laugh at the quote from from what's the name? From Tokido. Tokido said it. I mean, he been practicing his English for so long, and his English is really really good now. But at the time, they was asking Tokido how he felt about winning Evo, right? And so, obviously, like Evo is a very big fighting game tournament. It's like the biggest, most prestigious tournament. You know what I'm saying? So he wins Evo, and the commentator asked him like, how do you feel about winning Evo? You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time coming. You went through all of the ups and downs, and you pulled it out, and you won in dominant fashion. He goes, fighting game is something so special. And like when you sit back, you think about it, like that's funny, but that's a very real quote, bro. That's a very real quote because it is something so special. It teaches you like how to learn. It teaches you like some rudimentary basics on reprogramming your brain to do a specific task, and then it gives you an opportunity to put all of that to the test over and over and over and over and over again. So like what you have is like basically uh most of the time a very entertaining, a highly interactive mastery machine. That's basically what it is. A fighting game is a machine that manufactures mastery, and it teaches you how to become a master at things. If you put those practices into play, if you watch, if you learn, if you put what you learn into practice and you keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again in so many different situations and under so many different circumstances, you will eventually become a master and you will eventually win a big tournament if you want to. But you have to do this. You have to understand the game. You have to understand the mechanics of the game. Then you have to put the mechanics into play. Then you have to do that over and over and over and over and constantly improve, constantly get better and better and better. And what you will notice is that eventually you will become a master. Now, what does that sound like? Doesn't that sound like life? Does that not sound like life to you? Where you learn how to do certain things, then you put those things into practice, and then you put those things into practice over and over and over and over and over and over again until you become a master at it, bro. Fighting game is something so special. That's a fantastic quote, bro. Is I know it's corny and is lame and is like very like streamery to say, I guess, but it's very, very true. Fighting game is something so special. Just think of it like that. Copy and paste that saying onto your life. Fighting game is something so special. Let's see who this is. My bad, y'all. My phone been just ringing like a telethon. Oh, whew. Wait. Oh man. Anyway, um, so like I said, you know, very simple concepts to explain. Understanding how frame advantage works and what that means for your character. So if you even if you're not playing mine, what buttons do you press? What do you do after you press those buttons? And how many different combinations of buttons can you press, or you know what I'm saying? What can you get away with that advantage? What happens when you are at a disadvantage? What how do you handle that? Do you block? Do you parry? Do you jump? Do you see what I'm saying? And then once you figure all of that out, what you do is that you put those into practice in what's called a game plan. And so we're going to get to that when we start doing more and more Street Fighter School. But for right now, what I want y'all to focus on is what's called plus frames or advantage frame. Okay, cool. Yeah, I got you, baby. So so anyway, so let's continue to watch because we got more to learn. Let me check on TikTok real quick. User 508 6251. What up, baby? Elijah, what's going on, baby? People, what up? Emmy, what up? What's going on, baby? Appreciate everybody who slid by. Cornbread, what's going on, big dog? Moon, what up, baby? Frogwater, what up, baby? Man, we had a lot of people pull up today, man. I appreciate everybody who slid on the Street Fighter School for today, bro. We only 40 minutes in, and all of these people pulled up. That's great. I was planning on being on stream much longer than that. So let's see, real quick, y'all. Let's talk about we got a follower goal. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers for the end of the year, and we're trying to have 1% of that following, which is 10 subscribers by the end of the year. That's our big goal for the channel. So if we could get that accomplished, man, I will. Well, man, we're gonna have a celebration so big and so crazy, y'all. I'm telling you, if we hit 1,000 followers and we hit 10 subs, bro, I'm going crazy. Man, you talking about popping bottles? This is gonna be something way different than that. We're gonna do something so crazy. Something so astronomical, bro. Let's check it out. Let's continue to watch.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. And her crouching medium is 6 frames, which is a really good thing to have. But from Sand Punch, I think the ender is medium Rianbu. Yeah, that sets that up.
So you saw how he just covered that whole setup. He showed you what you could do after that move that was -4. So let's watch it again. Okay, so you see how he just did heavy punch. Then he goes into overdrive fans. Fans come out, right? Drive rush. Now watch. The fan is gonna hit, and now he is in the mix. The character that he's fighting against is in the mix up, and he's showing you what you could do in that mix up.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at what all you got right there. Look at how much damage you got right there, and you only got nerfed by 20% right there, and that's just off of one button. That's just off of a light punch and a Riembu. and you could just throw that out. Those link together, so you could just randomly throw that out. If the opponent get close enough to you and get caught with a light punch, you could just throw that out. And every time the opponent get close enough to you and press a button, you get that whole long string right there. That's if you paying attention. If you on perm, you got to be on perm, baby. Can't be out here lacking, baby. And I got some clips of me doing that too. Um, I, I main Akuma, so my string is a little bit different, but the concept is still the same. Somebody come up in my face, they pressing buttons. A lot of time people like to get in your face, like they just drive rush and mass jab. Well, guess what? On that third jab, I'm plus, and I'm challenging that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm challenging that with a medium button, and if you still pressing buttons, then I'm a DP you. I'm gonna hit you with the dragon punch, and then now that I got a hard knockdown, I got advantage. All because of your mashing. You not paying attention to what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how you learn. That's how you do that right there. You just learn it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and then you eventually start beating ass, and then you start beating ass consistently, and then all of a sudden you turn into Brian F. Well, I don't know. It'll never be another Brian F. That man, he cold. But you see what I'm saying? Like you get good at the game.
That sets that up. Okay. And then her level one, even on whiff, it does that. How much? This is only nine. Everything the light touches is your canvas with Sharpie created
All
markers.
right, we don't want to hear that. We ain't getting paid. But anyway, y'all. So yeah, it's very simple, man. It's very, very, very simple. And so already right there, he showed you some really good tools right there. So we saw the heavy punch was good. We saw that the fans was good. And we saw a lot of different things that were really, really good right there in that short amount of time. We ain't been watching, but for 5 minutes.
Can I only do this? You see where I'm going with this, guys? I think you can just do that. Yeah, you can just do this. Yeah, you can just do this. Yes, that makes so much sense. She's an install character. I really.
Okay, so you saw that. So how he was saying you could just do this. That the level one, you could just throw it out. You see what I'm saying? The opponent it doesn't need any conditions. You don't have to hit anybody. You could be a full screen away, throw a fan so the opponent can't run up, and then you could just throw out level one. And depending on where they jump from, or depending on where you throw that fan out from, like let's say if Luke is a little bit closer, like let's say if Luke is a little bit, maybe a little bit closer, like close to where those light blue bars are right there, where it says like 23. Let's say if you throw that fan out and he jumps and you crank that level one, watch the AOE on this level one. You're gonna get hit by that.
Really like that. I really like that.
You're gonna probably get
Can't
hit by
use the
that.
projectiles, but I really like that. Does it lose to fireballs? No, because it's
No,
it's
because it's
already up,
charged up.
right? You win that interaction.
See that? And he throwing EX fireballs too, and it's going right through. And he don't got the buff, and he don't even have the fire buff. So keep that in mind. Eat that up. Eat that EX fireball up. You still got two fans on the way. Hey, let's drive rush. It's time to start the party, baby. I'm trying to beat some ass. You understand what I'm saying to you? Let's see. Caleb, what up, boy? Appreciate you for sliding, man. Appreciate you, baby. Everybody that slid on the TikTok live, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all some real riders. Appreciate y'all. Y'all the real gangsters. The real one. Everybody going good. Let's check it out on. Oh man, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's check it out, baby. Let's see. Okay, cool. We all good. We all good in the hood, baby. We all good in the hood. Let's continue to learn from the GOAT, Brian F. See how you just threw that out?
They gotta hold that.
They gotta hold that. See how you say you gotta hold that? Watch what? I'm gonna explain to you why they gotta hold that. See how the fan is popping up in the air and it hits them. The If the opponent move, if they try to drive rush, or if they press a button, or they try to do anything, out of the ordinary outside of get hit by them fans, they gotta hold that, bro. They gotta hold that.
They gotta hold that. What's her best? I haven't used this yet. The stand medium. Yeah. Okay.
See, so stand medium punch is good in the mix too, because look at what happened after that cartwheel.
See if it's gonna be tricky to master all these situations.
I think this is where I disagree with Brian. I think this is exactly what you want for a character like Mai. I think you want the opponent to have to respect the randomness of these fans right here. You want the opponent to respect the randomness and not jump and not rush at you so that you could get that level one buff. I think that's why it's random. I think that it seemed it well, I'm not gonna say it's random. It's a lab monster out there right now who figured out exactly when to do all of this. But what I'm saying is for most players who are just now learning the character or just now learning the game of Street Fighter, this randomness that comes along with these fans is gonna help. Okay. So does that make sense, y'all? That's what we doing. We just trying to we trying to find our way to the game plan. That's what we trying to do. We trying to make our way to the game plan. And once we get to the game plan, what that's gonna do is allow us to learn the mechanics because you need the mechanics in order to execute the game plan. You see what I'm saying? So I done laid it all out for you, bro. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue to do it like that. Every time we have Street Fighter School, I'm gonna go. If you want to go character by character, we could go character by character and just learn the game plan first, and then learn the mechanics of the game plan and put those two together. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna see me go in the ranked match or casual match, and we're gonna execute the game plan that we learned together. And you're gonna see me do it in real time. You see what I'm saying? So instead of me telling you about it or making like a 5 minute video where I'm talking so fast where you can't understand it. This is for everyone who, has a few minutes or is just, just chilling, lurking and working and is wanting to spend that time learning about this game kind of like passively. This is a really good way to do it. And then you also get the in depth information that Brian gives you on top of the in depth information that I'm putting out there for you to take a look at, bro. So it's all out there. And then, what's funny, man? This type of learning, like this method of learning, where you take some source material and then you give it to somebody who can break it down for you in the smaller parts that you can understand, and then give you an opportunity to see them conceptualize that material in real time. This type of learning is what I feel like is the future of learning in general, bro. People are not I'm not gonna say schools and stuff is gonna go away. They not the school is never gonna go away on any level. But the way that people interact with source material and how they absorb that source material is going to evolve into formats like this on top of what we already do. So this is not, you know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing to shake no stick at. This is something that we gonna be doing for the foreseeable future, just as learners and also as I guess you could say educators. You know what I'm saying? Guess you could call it that.
Her overhead has surprisingly good range. It's not like Aki or anything, but
So what he said, what he means by overhead has a lot of range. Like he throwing that overhead out, and the opponent can be kind of spaced and still get hit by it. It doesn't whiff that easily.
And it doesn't go away if you hit her. That's the crazy part.
You see that? See how no matter what the opponent does, they have to hold that. They have to hold those fans like that, bro. So that's good.
This is
That's good. That's really, really good. That's really, really good. That's really, really, really good, y'all. That's really, really, really good. And the reason why that's really, really good, Darko, what up, baby? Yoko, what up, baby? EJW, what up, what up, what up? GJ, GHJ, what up, baby? Appreciate you for sliding by. We talking about some Street Fighter right now. We talking through the game, learning about MAI, and then we're gonna get into some Street Fighter school, baby. We're gonna learn the game, teach everybody how to play this game, baby. All right. So let's go back and listen to the GOAT Brian now. See how okay, so that was so fast. I don't even know if I could catch it by that frame. But you see how it says punish counter? What that means is that all that activity that's going on, the opponent is at a disadvantage. And if they do anything other than block, they're gonna get hit by something, and that gives you the advantage to continue to beat ass.
this is so wild. So imagine instead of trying to check me, they like pairing, right?
You could just grab.
Can I get in there in time to throw? Oh,
I wonder how did he do that? Did he dash? How did he get in there to get that throw? Let's see the commands. You see the commands on the left right here? See how he see how he mashing the right button? This is him trying to double dash. So that's probably what you got to do, uh, depending on how far away you drive rush from. And Luke spent 3 bars to get all of that out. You see that in the chat? You have to hold that. You got to hold all of that, bro. You got to hold all of that action that's going on, and then still get grabbed.
can I get in there in time to throw?
So for 3 bars, you get that mix up, and then you in their face, and if they and that's if they block. Your reward if they block everything. If they're a good disciplined player like they should be, if they block all of that or parry all of that for 3 bars, you get a throw and then Oki. If they press anything, if the opponent does anything during that period of ridiculousness, that's a full combo that they have to eat. So they have to choose between a full combo and more than likely corner carry or getting thrown like this. Watch how far you throw this. Watch how far she finna throw this boy.
Oh my god.
Oh, they ain't show it.
Oh, oh my god. So even if you get on the hit,
See that? See how you said that? Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. We're gonna take a quick break right here, and then we're gonna get back into the business.
if you're trying to hold parry on a hit, for example. So yeah, mastering this is going to actually be really difficult, I believe, because there's a lot of variation in the situation, right? So that's a reset. What's good stance? Is she nasty? What's the deal? It seems like she has loops so far, like ways that mix people into looping Oki. I'm starting to see potentially, but the main thing is she has mix. Like this is like wild.
Yeah, that mix right there is crazy.
So oh my god. So what's the situation here? Hold on.
Okay, so now we get ready to cover. Hold on, my bad. I'm sorry, y'all. But now we get ready to cover the corner situation. It's a lot that we can learn from this. So let's pay close attention to what happens in the corner, okay? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the corner and what that means for this specific character and what we can learn from this specific character and how we can apply that to our character, okay? So let's take a look at the corner. Let's pay close attention to what happens here, and then we will talk about that in depth.
We have much to learn, much to learn. So wake up reversal. Let's have him do crushing light punch. Plus 21 on the throw.
Plus 21 right there. So what do you get to do? Let's figure out what we get to do.
Plus 21 dash is 18 frame dash. Oh, Terry style throw loop. -4. Okay, Terry style throw loop with the dashing.
Okay. So, well, let me hold on. Let's get through this. So what we learned about that is that when the character it tries to initiate what's called a throw loop, meaning that they throw you and then try to throw you for what's called meaty for the second part of the throw loop. What they're trying to do is get in your face and press the throw command again before you have chance to recover and get your move out. So the way that you counter that is by either delay teching, which is kind of like a guess mechanic, or you can backdash, which is somewhat of a safer mechanic, but even at that point, depending on how negative the person is that is attempting to throw, that determines whether or not you can even punish them. So does that make sense? So if you do get thrown into the corner, the opponent is more than likely going to dash up for what's called Oki, meaning that they're going to get what's called knockdown pressure. You are on the ground and getting up as the opponent is heading towards you. Now, what a meaty is when the opponent does an action like a button or a throw that is designed to hit you before you have a chance to do anything. Does that make sense? So what happens in that situation is that you have a couple of different options. You can delay tech, which means that you hold back and then press the throw button at the same time. And based on what the opponent does, the block comes out or the throw comes out. Or you can backdash, which more than likely is just a block and the opponent is still basically in your face, but the opponent is at a disadvantage. You can jump, you can try to jump out of the corner, or you can have what's called an invincible reversal, where you do what's called like an EX move, or like in this game, it's called overdrive. You know, where they turn yellow and do like a DP or something like that, or, some move that's like invincible on wake up, meaning that the opponent is going to get hit by it if they press a button, or really you could do like a super. You know what I'm saying? You could wake up with an invincible super like a level 3 or something like that. So you do have some options on wake. You do have some options on wake up coming out of the corner, but the important thing to remember is the corner is for the opponent that is getting up. The corner is a very dangerous place, and you are more than likely guessing at that point. And if you guess incorrectly, you will continue to eat punishment. Or if you are the opponent or if you're the player that has the advantage heading into the corner, that's where your game plan really has to be game tight. I mean, airtight, because if you whiff something or if you mess up your corner pressure, what can happen is that you could end up letting somebody off the hook like that. And I have some clips like that too. It was the guy I was playing who, he had made I had made it all the way into the corner. He went for his corner game plan or whatever, and he whiffed his corner game plan. I jumped out of the corner. I knew exactly what I was going to do. I beat him, and I had like 1 HP health. And you can go back and look at the clip. It's up on Twitch. It's on YouTube. It's on TikTok. Everything. But that right there is an integral part of being a good Street Fighter player. What you do in the corner and how tight that game plan is, and how efficient you have that nailed down, and like how good you are at what to do in a corner, that determines a lot. You understand what I'm saying? That's very valuable. Having a good game plan for the corner. That's very, very valuable. Okay. So let's talk about that. And then we're gonna learn more about it as we go. Let's check on some chats real quick. Check on some socials. Let's see who pulling up. Okay, cool. So we can continue. Let's go. Oop, we on mute.
Okay, so she has a Terry style throw loop. So let's see some frame data. -3.
Mhm.
-3?
So back heavy kick is -3. So that means it's not punishable.
This isn't punishable?
You heard what he said? He said it's not punishable.
-1, -6, -4.
So this is what we're gonna do when we get in the training room. We're gonna go through the buttons at mid screen and neutral. Then we're gonna go through the buttons in the corner, and then we're gonna make a determination on what we can do for our character to make sure that our neutral game plan is tight, and to also make sure that our corner game plan is tight, because those two situations happen quite often. And when you on the lower level, what you want to try to do is deal with the opponent quickly, because they're gonna be jumping, they're gonna be doing all sort of YOLO stuff, and you don't want to deal with none of that, bro, because a lot of the times where people get discouraged at on a lower level is the randomness of lower level, like the jumping, the DI, the invincible wake ups, the one button supers with modern control, like all of that randomness, all of that, what a lot of people refer to in the FGC is called animal control. Like all of that animal control, that's frustrating to deal with, bro. That's really frustrating to deal with, and it makes it seem like you don't know what you're doing. But really, what it is highlighting is that you need to tighten up your corner game plan. You need to tighten up your knockdown and your Oki game plan, bro. That's what that's showing you. It's not showing you that you're a bad player, because you're not a bad player. There are parts of your game that need improvement. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why those replays are so important, because because Street Fighter 6 got replay takeover. You could go into a match that you lost, or look at a set where you let some shit get off the hook, and you could look at that and be like, okay, what could I have done differently here? You see what I'm saying? What button could I have pressed differently, or what action could I have taken differently? And it gives you an opportunity to take advantage of that now in real time, because they added the replay feature to the end of the match. So, like, let's say whether you win or lose, you want to watch that match back on replay. You could just jump right into the replay from right there, and you could take over the replay at any point where you feel like you missed something, or you wanted to know what you could have done in that situation. So, like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like like you know what I'm saying? Like, it's easier than ever, baby. It's easier than ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that it's easy, because it still takes work. Like, you still have to dedicate it. You still have to grind. So, you know, using the easy word is kind of like, you know, maybe not the best choice of words, I guess you could say. But the facts is that you don't really have much of an excuse. You understand what I'm saying? I want to change the background. I want to change the background. I want something different back there, baby. Yeah, I like that. I like that a little more better. What y'all think about that? Y'all like that? I think that's kind of lit. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna rock the new background for a little bit when we doing the just chatting. Maybe we should do that. Probably switch up the backgrounds for each scene or whatever. So like starting soon. Let's try the background. Anyway, let's get back to it, man. Get back to it, bro.
Does she not have a plus on block button? This is safe? Wow.
So that move right there that he was just doing, safe. You see what I'm saying? That crouching medium thing. Let's go back and look at it. What was it again? I kind of missed
Not have a plus on block button. This is safe?
it. That crouching heavy punch is safe.
Wow. All her heavies are safe. I think a sweep is negative 11. Does anything whiff on crouchers? Does a back heavy kick whiff on crouchers? No. I don't know if
An important note for my medium, for my intermediate and advanced players, what we found out is that that back heavy kick move, that's the beginning of the target combo. If you just press back heavy kick, then that resets them. My advanced and my intermediate players, they know what that means as far as resetting. But yeah, keep that. That's for you to know that that resets, that forces stand too.
it just has less range or if that just always whiffs there. Okay, it doesn't have very much range, but it's not whiff on crouchers. So that's pretty easy. Heavy spin does? Right, combo routing. So this is negative, but there's a fan above you. Weird. This is going to be a weird character to master. I can foresee this being complicated. For example, yeah. Okay. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? So that's gapless.
Did you see that? So he said that's gapless. Let's watch what was gapless.
So
Okay. So it was a crouching medium kick and a drive rush,
that's
crouching medium punch.
gapless.
What gapless means is that if the opponent presses a button in that situation, then they get counter hit.
Has low four drive rush. So it seems like this is going to be her pressure tool. So he can still throw there. And plus three. What can I do from that? Plus three. I can do. Hey there. I want to give.
Okay. So what he's figuring out is how to continue the gapless pressure. So crouching medium kick, drive rush, light button, and then he wants to find out what happens after that light button. So we're gonna get back to that in a second.
Medium. You can try building some space also and resetting.
Well, but we figured out about watching Diaphone that that back heavy kick resets anyway. So if they don't block that, they get reset and you continue your pressure.
Because I'm trying to see like what a meterless string would look like. So maybe you just want to like do stuff like this. Is that already
Right.
safe enough?
That's what I would encourage. I would say the Riembu because Riembu is safe. You understand what I'm saying? So even if the opponent blocks it, you still reset the scenario. Whereas what I'm assuming is that at the time that Brian recorded this, he hadn't figured that part out yet. And so let's see if he figures that out.
So you're probably gonna have to fake people out with your movement there. So I like this string up close.
See that? Let's watch that string again. So this for all of my players specifically. If you're thinking about main and my, this is gonna be your bread and butter string right here, right there. Crouching light punch, crouching light kick. You see that? You see a three frame light right there. I mean your your three button light confirm right there. Let me break that down. So a light confirm is where you use an all light button. So that's light punch and light kick to confirm whether or not the opponent is blocking. And the reason why you throwing that out in the string is because if any of those buttons hit, what you want to do is that you want to continue your pressure at that point, which is what he was trying to figure out. So if one of those buttons hit, like let's say if you throw out two crouching light punches and then a light kick, well now you can press standing light punch and then you could drive rush. You see what I'm saying? So like you have to figure out what happens if the opponent is either trying to interrupt your block string with they trying to challenge with a button of their own, you're gonna counter hit them. Or if they don't challenge at all, you need to figure out when your block string ends so that you know that it's your turn to start blocking. That's so you see what I'm saying? He's trying to figure out where the end of his turn is and what he can do if his turn is supposed to continue.
So I like this string up close.
So that would be if any part of that string were to hit. So if the first hit, if the first press hits, then he would go into the rest of that string and then finish with light cartwheel. Or if like let's say the last button in that string hits, then you would finish with light cartwheel and continue your pressure. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the opponent doesn't have an opportunity to pick out which button they want to block. They either have to block the entire thing or get hit by something in that string and then you continue your pressure. So if they choose to press a button at that time, that and if you are defending that, if you see a light string going down in your face, you cannot challenge the light string, especially if it's the first two hits. It's more than likely going to be a third one. A lot of times some of the high level players, what you see them do is that they always go like three buttons in a light string and then they back off or they try to shimmy a button. You see what I'm saying? They try to walk back and then try to not crush counter, but punish counter. So we'll learn more about that as we get further and further in the Street Fighter school about like how to use, punish counter and regular counter hit and what that means for you. But for right now, just focus on the game plan for MAI and how you can apply that light string concept of three light buttons, whether it be crouching or standing, how you can apply that to your gameplay and improve your pressure and improve your pressure with your character. And I'm gonna show you how I do it with Akuma, which is something that is common knowledge. Everybody does it.
And then what is going to be the basic flow chart? Let's get some basic flow chart going. No sauce, no nothing. And that combo, so you can get that heavy
So you saw that, right?
sauce, no nothing.
See how it's three buttons? So crouching heavy. Crouching light punch, crouching light kick, standing light punch in the DP. That's your string.
Combo, so you can get that heavy.
That's one good string.
But if I want some basic oki,
So you see that? So see how you got two options right there. Cause on a DP, that's a knockdown, and then you get Oki right there. Or if you even wanted to go even more basic, then you could finish with the cartwheel and get Oki automatically, which would land her pretty much. I think they end up plus in their face right here, but let's watch.
but if I want some basic oki, the light one works here. What did they show as the best way? Oh, that combos? I'm trying to figure out how to get into my level.
So he figured see how he figured something out right there? He figured out that if he went OD cartwheel, he could continue to do other stuff and is gapless. It can't be challenged. The opponent cannot challenge that. They have to hold that.
One from
Like right there. You see how he did the overdraft cartwheel? The opponent can't challenge that. They gotta hold that. Cause look at this. All of this red right here. That's where if the opponent try to challenge, they're gonna get hit.
oh, that should work, right? Wow, That's got to work when you're enhanced. What's the best way to get into my level 1 meterless? Because even after 3 lights, that doesn't work.
No, that's not it, Brian. It's something different. You gotta do cartwheel. Well, we gonna find that part out next because level one is important to the MAI game plan. Level one is what buffs you and all of those fans and give you like a little bit more damage. I think I got a clip where I get like 5,000 damage in a combo. I don't know. I got to look back at it. But anyway, the information is out there, y'all, and we could do this. We could definitely develop a game plan, and that's what we're gonna do right now.
Yeah, maybe you just have to be like really good at hit confirming the lights. The super.
No, the diaphone figures something out. I think.
Seems like 2 lights, right? Even spinning bar here, this doesn't seem to work too well. Wow, no range on it when it's not enhanced. Yeah, I think she might be a little reliant on doing 2 light confirms. That might work in the corner.
It was definitely gonna work in the corner.
Yeah, so it works in the corner that.
But what they and then we'll look at that in the combo trials. What they want you to do is that once you get that OD cartwheel and then you get the medium punch in the air, what they want you to do is the dive kick and then canceling the level two. That's what they want you to do. But what I would say is that once you hit the cartwheel, just cancel in the level one and get buffed. You see what I'm saying? That's seemed to be a little bit more reliable to me. But we'll see because I do want to watch Diaphone because he did figure out some stuff too. He figured out some stuff that was pretty strong, and we're gonna take a look at that. Matter of fact, let's take a look at it right here. We'll pause that right here and come back to that. Let me duplicate this tab, and then we'll go look at what Diaphone did. The Diaphone figured out something right there that was pretty good. Let's just type it. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Let's look at Diaphone. Okay, so while we loading up Diaphone, we gonna point out another important thing to do, man. This is so important to do, y'all. Let me hold on. Let me check on the chat real quick. Oliver, what up, baby? Taku, what up? What? Appreciate y'all for sliding, man. Make sure y'all drop some likes and show some love. I know this is kind of like a an interesting time to be on TikTok or whatever, but we're gonna throw this one out here. I'm gonna probably have to take a break in a little while, and then what we will do is that we'll come back to it later this evening for the for the after school session of Street Fighter School. But I just wanted to get this one out here and let everybody know that we doing this and that we're gonna break it down. Plus I wanted to see what who was doing what during the middle of the day, to be honest. I wanted to see who the audience is during the middle of the day because I bet most people that are engaging with this sort of stuff are probably at school or at work. So, but I did need to do that little research and figure that out. So let's see. Let's see what's going on TikTok and Twitch and all of that. Real quick, let's shout out the Twitch followers right here. We got Twitch, Trucker's Toy, what up, baby? Garcia, what up, baby? Tori is awesome. What's happening, baby? Agatha Abigail, what up, baby? Long Drags, what up, baby? It's Brit BO789, what up, baby? Allison Fiona 21, what up, baby? Snack Pack Savage, what up, baby? Lil homie Jay, what up, baby? Allen Fam Live, what up, boy? The Hotto Kid, what up, boy? Quinn Anderson 3, what's happening, baby? Pancake 901, what up, baby? Brooklyn Non Air, what up, boy? Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate all the love right there, man. That mean the world to you, boy. You understand what I'm saying to you, but let's continue on and take a look at what Diaphone figured out because that's pretty important. The boy talking.
And training room, of course. And overall, I think Capcom did a great job of MAI in Street Fighter 6.
I do think they did a good job with the design, and she is a very fundamental character that we can learn a lot from.
DP, a cancelable crouch medium kick, and
Saw that shimmy and jump back and cancel the medium kick. You saw that, right? Let's go back and watch that.
The fundamental tools of Street Fighter. An invincible DP, a
Look at the shimmy right there. See how he dash up and jump back?
cancelable crouch
Medium kick on a whiff. And now I'm headed in now.
kick, and a strong fireball that can be followed up with a mix-up. And she has death as well, with her variety of juggles and her level 1 super that gives her access.
So that's what he. So I think this was in the trailer, but I think Diaphone figured out something similar to this, which is the OD Riembu and not the OD cartwheel.
And her level 1 super that gives her
Ooh.
access
See
to
that?
advanced special moves. But how strong is she? Honestly, I'm not sure. So we're gonna speedrun her the Masters. But first, I want to talk about 3 things I think make her strong. And
That was a lot right there. Did we see that ground bounce? Let's go back and look.
level 1 super that gives her access to
So that's the overdrive Riembu or like EX Riembu right there.
death as well, with her variety of juggles.
Okay, on the whiff punish, that's heavy punch. Then overdrive Riembu, canceled in level 1
Gives her access to enhance
for the buff. Okay, so that's your game plan right there. You get that on the whiff, all right. You get that on the whiff, and remember that heavy punch is 9 frames of startup. You understand what I'm saying? That's good. That's all. That's as good as a Kuma heavy punch. You understand what I'm saying? That's good. That's good, baby. That's what you want right there, baby. You understand what I'm saying? Now look at this. Look in the corner. Same situation. We got the heavy punch. Then we got the crazy OD fan. Then drive rush. All of them fans hit. This is what happens on a low level right here. So, look at his foot. Look at that boy. His foot bent like that. This is more than likely going to get off on the lower level. You're going to catch somebody in the corner, either trying to jump out or spam buttons, not knowing that this is airtight. All of these fans are going to hit, and if you, as a smart low-level player, see all of that happen and you initiate a drive rush, this is what you get. Back heavy kick, which juggle. We didn't figure that out with Brian yet, but I think Brian gonna figure that out later on in the video. I didn't watch all the way, but I think he figured it out too. Because if Diaphone figured it out and it was in the trailer, I'm pretty sure somebody else figured it out. So you could get that. You see how you could jump in the air and then watch this nose dive. Watch this dive kick right here. And then that was the important part. That ground bounce right there. Now watch the ground bounce. See the ground bounce? Canceling at level 3. Well, that's level 2 right there. Level 2 and a level 1.
Is insanely good, especially against other characters that don't have a fireball. The regular version is just kind of okay. You don't really get much. It doesn't do good damage.
What's up, y'all? Stephen Chase, what up?
Right? So
What's going on? Harley McCauley, what up? What up? What up? Appreciate y'all for stopping by.
like they can just like they can destroy the projectile. So the normal fireball is actually not that great. Like for example, you can do stuff like this, where you can like clash with the fireball.
So he figured out. Well, I'm not. I'm gonna show it and then I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna show it and then I'm gonna talk about it. Okay. So did you see that? Let me go back real quick so we can hear, so we can see it with the sound.
You can do stuff like this, where you can like clash with the fireball.
So you could punch the fireball out of the air and then you had an advantage right there. Let's see what happened on the advantage.
Rush and then punch.
Plus 13. So in the mirror match, keep that in mind. You see that fan come out, jab that and drive rush. Jab it and just drive rush. That's what he did. Look. He jabbed and then drive rush.
So I'm not a big believer in the normal fireball, but really the strength is in this charge fireball, right? I like to think of this normal fireball as a way to beat like someone jumping on reaction, and then once you condition them not to jump, you get this charge fireball. This is insanely strong because you can just follow up. You don't even need the drive rush.
You can just dash up.
Yep. You get a free mix up, right? If this hits, right, you can get like a cool little combo like this. You get the idea.
See, so he figured out something different. He figured out what to do with that medium punch button. Like I said, I know Brian is gonna make his way to that information, but see, this is why I like to watch Diaphone, because sometimes he figures Diaphone is pretty good at figuring out the cheese like early on. He figure out the cheesy stuff early.
Right, you can get like a
Saw that? So the fan come out, and then it's a crouching medium punch, right? See that? Or is that is that a crouching light or a crouching medium? So that's crouching medium kick.
Right, you can get like a cool little combo like this.
Let's watch it again.
If this hits, right, you can get like a cool little combo like this.
Okay, so that's crouching light. Okay, in the DP, in the medium DP.
You get the idea. But on block, you basically get strike throw. There's not much they can do in between. I'm pretty sure you can throw here. Yeah, it's just a tough
Right, and Brian figured that out
you
too.
don't really want to parry in between, which means that
We get a
if you
free
roll the
grab.
second hit, you can either go for strike or you can just go for throw. And I think this is very, very strong being able to set this up from neutral. And unlike other characters that rely on Fireball Drive Rush, you're doing without meter, right? You're not doing it with drive. You're not doing it with EX Fireball. You do it meterless, and you can just dash forward. So I think that's insanely good. And the EX Fireball is insane. This Fireball is really, really good, especially for Fireball Wars. Like, this happens a lot where a MAI will charge like a charge fan. You just throw your own fan. You basically get initiative for 2 bar. Again, you don't even need to spell drive rush. You can just dash up and get a mix up. Combo wise, I think she's actually doing pretty well. This light confirm feels.
So see, Brian was on the same path, but it just it's three lights, guys. That's all it is. It's just three lights. It's any three lights, and how you end it is where what you're looking at. Bailey, what up, baby? Appreciate you for sliding through there. You know what I'm saying? Showing some love to your boy. Appreciate you, baby. You understand me? Let's see what else we got going on. Let's check it out. So let's go back and watch the light stream.
Wise, I think she's actually doing pretty well.
Okay, so you saw that? Crouching light kick, two crouching light punches, and then a cartwheel. Light cartwheel.
This light confirm feels really good compared to.
That's pretty strong. So that kind of remind me of the Bison situation with a crouching light punch, crouching medium punch, scissor kick. You see what I'm saying? And it's pretty tight. You have advantage.
Kimberly or like.
See +9 right there. Did you see +9?
This light confirm feels really good compared to like Kimberly.
So this is like Akuma right here. How you had that free safe jump. You know how you go medium punch. You go medium kick, light tatsu into sweep or DP. Most of the time, people go sweep because they want that free pressure or they want that safe jump with the two double dashes. So does that make sense? So most characters in this game have a light confirm or like a light string like that gives them meterless pressure, give them meterless Oki. And so what you have to do is that you have to figure that out for your character. You have to figure out what it is that your character does that gets them Oki and ultimately gets them opportunities for meaty for free. You have to figure that out on your own. That's your homework. We talk about Street Fighter School. That's your homework. You do it. You figure it out. I'm gonna do some of it, and I'm gonna show you how I be doing it. But you do it. You figure it out.
Light confirms.
See that light confirming the cartwheel?
Corner carry. Feels pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. And then
You do two of those, and you're in the corner.
Crouch medium kick.
Watch this. So crouch medium kick drive rush. We talked about that.
Very, very nice. Drive rush crouch medium kick. You want to do this back heavy. Kick because it resets them.
Did you hear what he said? You heard what he said, right? Did you see what he got after that? A medium punch.
Crouch medium kick. You want to do this back heavy kick because it resets them.
And the combo continues.
So back heavy kick. That's +7, so you can do crouch medium punch.
See that? Crouch medium punch, heavy Riembu, and then level 1.
Riembu, and then first level 4 kick, which is just about average.
Wait. He did cartwheel after that?
Do crouch medium punch, H Riembu, and then first level 4 kick, which is just about average damage.
Hold on. So let me see. Let me see one more time as a whole string.
So back heavy kick, that's +7, so you can do crouch medium punch, H Riembu, and then first level 4 kick. damage, but it's really good corner carry. You just do this twice, and they're already in the corner.
So okay, so let's talk about something real quick. So when I think about Akuma, right, I think about back heavy kick, light fireball, drive rush heavy punch, medium tatsu. That carries me all the way across the screen. And what do we say about the corner? The corner is where you want to be at. The corner is like, I'm trying to think of the best way to say describe it and not be, you know, overselling it. The corner is like finding money on the ground. Okay, baby. The corner is like if you know how sometimes you do your laundry, you reach in your pocket, it's a crispy Twinkie up in that bit. It's a crispy Hundun up in there sometime, or you don't have much money be in there. It might be a fireball, it might be a sawbuck. You do the laundry, you reach in your pocket, you pull some money out. I know you know how that feels. That's what the corner feel like in this game, baby. You want to get in the corner, baby. You want to try to get to the corner. So Akuma mains, remember again, if you got a jumpy McJumperson, try it out. Just risk it. Fuck it. Well, let me not say the F word. I should not be talking like that on stream. Back heavy kick, light fireball, drive rush, heavy punch. You're gonna hit him in the air, cancel into medium tatsu, one dash, and they in the corner. And then you get the party. You understand what I'm saying? Then that's when it's guest time. And with Akuma, you shoot. Depending on how tight your string is, and what happens after that free jump, the match might be over right there. I'm gonna try to hit it a couple of times. I haven't really gone for it, but it is hittable. You can definitely do it in. You could definitely do it in casual or in ranked. It could definitely be done.
I mean, you still had some more corner carry to go. So the corner carry is nice because obviously in the corner they can't walk back. They have less defensive options. You do more damage in the corner. Having your opponent in the corner is very good, and having a lot of corner carry is nice for a character like this. I guess this is gonna be four things. But the third thing is I think your DP is really good. Having a DP on a zoner in general is just really nice, right? So compared
Because
to
it
like
forces them to
say
jump.
against a driver's fireball game, if they do like a late jump, like you're just forced to block Kazaki. But with Mai, you're still able to anti-air. And of course, I almost always default to the light version. The light version I think is the best because, like, if I do the medium, this happens quite a bit. But light because it goes almost nowhere. You don't really run that risk.
Okay, so that right there is a player preference thing. That to me, in my personal opinion, is a player preference thing. That means that whether it's light, medium, or heavy, that is really up to you to decide. Okay, so like for me, depending on how far away they are when they jump, that's how I make my determination. But almost always, if somebody is point blank and tries to jump over me for a cross up, I cross cut with medium DP. That's me personally. That's me. You do what you want to do. You do it how you see fit and what makes sense for you to do. But that's what I would suggest. I would suggest going in the training room, setting that up as far as them jumping at you and pressing a button, with as it gets closer to them for time to them to land, and then you could make a determination on how you like to DP. Like if you want to, DP with a light, so that maybe you have a little bit more frame advantage, for your character if your character has a anti-air move, or if you want to go medium, you want to go heavy. It all depends. I mean, most of the shotos will probably go heavy because you get the most out of it. But it's certain situations where a light DP is good because you want to stay close to the opponent. You want to stay right there and not have to work too hard for some oki. You understand what I'm saying? So let's see here. We coming up on an hour and a half. Let's finish this diaphone breakdown. Then we'll go probably for another 10 minutes, and then at an hour and 45, we'll take a 10-minute break, and then come back and then get in the training room. Put some of this stuff to work.
And it still has a really good horizontal range too.
See that?
And of
See
course,
that?
after
Look
this,
how
you can
far it
do
reaches.
this drive rush overhead.
This is why you DP, okay? And then I'm gonna show you with Maya and I'm gonna show you with Akuma so you can see the difference when the opponent is jumping and you DP out of the air. Depending on how your DP works for your character, that is how you make the determination on what DP you do and what you do after that DP. Because again, anytime you knock the opponent down, anytime the opponent is recovering, that's your opportunity to take advantage, and you have to have that air tight. You cannot afford to give the opponent, free opportunities to wake up, because what it does is that it allows them to try to get into something where now you have to guess, or now they get to try to, be more YOLO, and it's like, who wants to deal with that? You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to deal with that. You need to, when you knock the opponent down, you need to be right on top of them, like yeah, yeah, with that belt. You get knocked down, you getting that belt, baby. I'm right up on you. I'm right in your face.
Head, drive rush button, drive rush throw, drive rush shimmy. Being able to get Oki off your anti-air while calm in this game, it's still really good. The last thing is this level one. I think this level one straight up the best level one in the game. Like, no question. I
The
mean,
level
it's
one
not
is good.
much, but the fact these flame stalks are really, really useful. And you might think there's some combos that go into it, but I don't really care
It's
about
really,
combos.
really
If
good,
you need
y'all.
to squeeze out a little bit extra damage, it's more of the utility this level one gives you. It's really, really strong. So this fireball, for example, if my opponent does a fireball and I throw a fireball, my fireball just clears them, right? I think my kind of struggles against fireballs, but when you have this buff, you basically just get a free get in. And because when you just do one level one super, you get 5 free get in for free cards. Essentially.
Okay, so you heard what he said. So when you crank that level one, so remember how we talked about that string previously of the crouching medium kick, drive rush, right? And then let's go back to what he did. Let's see what he did. I want to see him when he did it, so we can get that down pat. So it was crouching medium kick, drive rush, back heavy kick. Okay,
So back heavy kick, that's +7,
watch
so you
this
can do crouch medium punch, H re
right there, heavy Riembu, and you could get level one right there. You could get level one after that heavy Riembu, and now you got 5 free get in for free tickets.
But when you have this buff, you basically just get a free get in. And because when you just do one level one super, you get 5 free get in for free cards, essentially.
Okay. All right. So you see how we putting together the game plan, and then what we're gonna do is that we're gonna focus on just doing the basic stuff, y'all. We're gonna get out there. We're gonna play some casual. You know what I'm saying? Put the game plan into practice. See if we can get it, and then once we get good at it, we're gonna jump into ranked and play some ranked, and probably go from, you know. What I want to try to do with this account is just go like from beginner all the way to master with it, with every character, and well, not every, well, I don't know, some characters I just don't drive with. I want to do I want to do Mai, I want to do Terry, I want to do Bison, I want to do Ryu, I want to do Ken, I want to do Cammy, Kimberly, and that's really it for me. At least that's it for me. There's not really any other characters in the game that I feel like is fire. But anyway, so let's take a break right here. Let's take a 15. We'll come back in 1 second and continue to break this down. But if you're just tuning in, it's your boy 18 Money Man. We talking about the new My character. We breaking down the game plan. We breaking down the sauce. We breaking down the goodies that she got. Then we gonna jump in the training room and put some of that into practice. And then, depending on how we feel, we might run out of time. We might not. But um, if not, then we definitely gonna come back tonight, and then we're gonna get some probably casual. We're gonna get some casual work on the game plan in real time. And then in the next coming days, we're gonna go from beginner all the way at the low level to master with my okay. And then we're gonna do some other characters too. But yeah. Anyway, thank y'all. I love y'all. Anybody that pulled up, anybody that dropped some likes, anybody that shared the live, man, thank you so much. T Money love you. T Money love you from the bottom of my heart, man. We're gonna take a quick break right here and I'm gonna be right back. All right.
Against the fireball character. Very, very, very strong.
All right, 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 y'all. So where we left off, we were talking with Diaphone, and he was showing us the what you get off of the crouch and medium kick, and that's important, man, because that's a button that most every character has in the game, and so it's important to know what to do if that button hits, man. And what we figured out for MAI specifically was that crouch and heavy kick into the back heavy kick, crouch and medium kick, drive rush into the back heavy kick. That's your reset right there. The reason why that reset is important is because it forces stance. And so anytime the opponent is standing, that creates an opportunity for high low mix up, right? And so high low mix up is important because whether whether they whether you go high or low, or if the opponent presses something, 9 times out of 10 you at the advantage. So we found that crouching medium kick, drive rush, back heavy kick into the heavy re-imbu into the cartwheel. That's kind of the string right there. So let's watch that string, and then we will see what happens after that. And then we'll go back and talk about the fan.
I do the medium. This happens quite a bit. But light because it goes almost nowhere. You don't get in for free cards essentially. Again, you don't really run that risk, and it still has a really good. Feels pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. And then having something like a crouch medium kick.
Okay, here we go. This is what we were just talking about.
Very very nice. Driver's crouch medium kick. You want to do this back heavy kick because it restants them. So back heavy kick. That's +7, so you can do crouch medium punch.
Okay, so we got crouch medium punch. So crouch and medium kick, drive rush, back heavy kick, crouch and medium punch, heavy re-imbu, light cartwheel. Okay.
It's just about average damage, but it's really good corner carry. You just do this twice, and they're already in the corner. I mean, you still had some more corner carry to go. So the corner carry is nice because obviously in the
And we're gonna try to see if we can get canceling the level 1 off of that string.
options, you do more damage in the corner. Having your opponent in the corner is very good, and having a lot of corner carry is nice for a character like this. I guess this is gonna be 4 things. But the third thing is I think your DP is really good.
So we talked about the DP. Let's talk about the fan.
You have this buff, you basically just get a free get in. And because when you just do one level 1 super, you get 5 free get in for free cards essentially against the fireball character. Very, very, very strong. It also enhances some of her other specials. This is plus at like some ranges now. But compare that to here
Right.
where I don't think you can ever be plus off this dive without
You'll never be plus.
so you basically get like 5 get in for free skip neutral duels. That's how I like to see the super. I've been thinking about like when I combo people, like I just route into this, right? So I instead of doing like something like heavy re-imbu into slide 2160, if I go heavy EX re-imbu and then level 1, a lot more damage, right?
Okay, so wait, let's back up.
Neutral skips. You can also do stuff like my fireball just clears them, right?
Let's watch that one more time.
Fireballs, but when you have this buff, you basically just get a free get in. And because when you
Mm-hmm.
just do one level 1 super, you get 5 free get in
Right.
free cards essentially against the fireball character. Very, very, very strong. It also enhances some of her other specials. This is plus at like some ranges now. But compare that to here where I don't think you can ever be plus off this dive without flame stock, right? So you basically get like 5 for free skip neutral duels. That's how I like to see the super. I've been thinking about like when I combo people, like I just route into this, right? So I instead of doing like something like
Mm-hmm. So okay, so let's watch this here. Let's see what the alternative option is.
heavy re-imbu into slide 2160, if I go heavy EX re-imbu and then level 1,
So what we learned is that we have an option right there. We it's not quite an option select, but I want you to think of it in that way. Once you hit a button, especially if it's the crouch and drive rush, but if it's crouch and medium, drive rush back heavy kick, OD re-imbu, in the level one for that cash out, you still have two drive gauge. You still have two drive stocks left, and then you buff now. You see what I'm saying? You buff now, and then look at the damage. You see what I'm saying? So for managing your resources and for spending them appropriately in the right spot, you could turn the whole round around right there. And now it's so much more that the opponent has to hold. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. A fighting game is so special. Fighting game is so special. Tokido was right, bro. Fighting game is so special, man. And that's why it's special because if you using this and you know what you can do, what you can't do, and you have drilled it enough and you got enough reps with it, then it just starts coming out. You understand what I'm saying? And it starts coming out, and you realize that in specific situations in the match, and you need to come back and you got some resources. Okay, you see what I'm saying? And they giving you the game. You just got to be paying attention, bro. You just got to be paying attention to what's going on, and you have to understand Street Fighter, bro. That's why, when I see people on live or when I see people on TikTok or YouTube and they crying, they stuck in this rank, stuck in that rank, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a master rank player. I'm not. I'm not master ranking anything. I'm not. I'm not a master rank player. But have I played a lot of platinum players? Yeah, and beat them. Have I played diamond players and beat them? Yeah, and beat them. You understand what I'm saying? I haven't had a chance to play that many master players, but when I get up there, I'm gonna be ready because I understand. You know what I'm saying? I understand, and what I'm looking forward to with this challenge, y'all, is continuing to develop the game. You know what I'm saying? To continue and develop the skills that's going to be necessary in order for me to be successful as a master rank player. Because I'll be honest with you, like the ranks, I'm not motivated by that at all. I'm not. Nothing about that motivates me. Nothing about being master rank or nothing about getting the master rank with every player motivates me like that. I think that if I were to contribute that amount of time to this game and to that pursuit at this point in time, it would not garner me the I would not net the same positive as a Diaphone or a Brian F. You know what I'm saying? That's not what people want to see from me. You understand what I'm saying? That's not what people want to see from me. People don't want to see me go from, iron to master rank with every player, every character in the game. People don't want to see that from me. They don't, these guys have been doing this for so long. But I think what people do want to see from me is my ability to explain things in a clear way and give you the tools to implement those things. So I think that is what people want to see from me, to teach you. People watch me because they get information and they absorb it quickly based off of the way that I explain it and break it down to them. That's why people watch me. That's my unique value proposition for you. That if you are having a difficult time understanding things like these mechanics that are in a fighting game, there are content creators such as myself who will take the time and break that down to you, brother, and not charge you no money for that. I'm not taking no money from nobody for no coaching. I don't want to get paid. Like what? I don't want to get paid for coaching. I want you to learn. I want you to be a better Street Fighter player. I don't care if I make any money off of that or not. You understand what I'm saying? That's not my objective. I'm not trying to sell you no coaching. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I would not do that. I'm just that's just not me. That's just not my DNA. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like my contribution to the community is much better and much more valuable than any price tag that I could put on it. You know what I'm saying? My main objective is to affect people in a positive way, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure that you feel better about yourself, baby. That's what this is really about. This is a self improvement journey. You understand what I'm saying? Through video games. This ain't got nothing to do with selling no coaching. I wouldn't sell you no coaching anyway. Even if I won mad tournaments and was a Diaphone or a Brian F or like a nephew or a punk or something like that, I would not sell you no coaching, baby. because I want you to win. I'm gonna give you the game. I'm gonna give you everything that I got for little to no cost. I don't want to get paid for that. Not from you, at least. I don't want to get paid for that. I don't want no money. I want you to boot up this game and be confident that you're gonna play well and have fun. That's what I want. And then if you get on the internet and talk about it, and you say, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? T Money helped me. I watch T Money videos, and this is how I learned how to do X, Y, and Z, one, two, and three." That's what I want. I want you to tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? I think the testimony is more valuable than the money any day. I would much rather have the testimony than to line my pockets with a couple of dollars that one time. I'm not interested in that. That's not valuable. I don't think that's valuable for anybody. That's not even valuable for the person that's buying it.
A lot more damage, right? And I get the 5 neutral skips. You can also do stuff like this too.
So you saw that just random light string in at level one.
Obviously, you give up Oki, so there is.
And then Brian showed us that you could just crank it up. You could just do that from any point in the screen at any time. You could throw fans and give yourself enough space to crank level one.
It's like, it's probably like better in the corner, right? All right, so weaknesses. Now this is a weird one. Mai being, a ninja, you wouldn't guess it by first glance. She's really fast. She really fast drive rush. The weird thing is her buttons aren't actually that good.
I disagree with this.
Like this is only +1. This is only +1. Leaves her out of throw range. This is only +1. This is 0. You don't really have great buttons to use after drive rush, which is kind of weird considering a character with a really strong drive rush, right? I think honestly your best options are just drive rush jab. I think drive rush jab is really good, specifically crouch jab because it has more range. And so
So okay, so this is the only part of this that I agree with. I think anytime you can drive rush at the opponent and give them something to think about, you know what I'm saying? And depending on, and that's what I was saying, people who don't use drive rush, if you are a player that understands drive rush and how it works and how to cancel into it or just how to get it raw, just as far as like, hold parry and drive rush or, forward drive rush forward, two buttons and forward, the dude rush. So if you understand how to dude rush from neutral, I think any button that you come out with that requires the opponent to react is a net positive. Now, you do have situations like this where you end up with more advantage than normal, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? Because you do want to throw. You do want to threaten the strike throw. And so this button that he pressing right here, I'm fine with that button. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I think people just are missing the opportunity in general just to capitalize on drive rush and just throw that out, bro. Until you get to like the higher levels, like until you get to like platinum, until you get to diamond, until you get to master rank where people are just baptized by the fire of drive rush. On the low level, you need to just be throwing drive rush out. You need to just throw that out there and see what happens. Because you don't know. And it might save you with the amount of jumping and craziness that go on. You might just want to throw drive rush out on the lower level because what you got to lose? You know what I'm saying? What you got to lose? It's not until you get to the higher levels where people are good at dealing with drive rush from all different ranges and checking it at all different ranges, which is something that we're going to see later on. You're going to see me do that quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? If we do come across some players that drive rush a lot, if I could catch them, I'm going to check them. You know what I'm saying? And then that's going to take that off the table. Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, if I check a drive rush, I'm going to convert it or I'm going to try to convert it. I'm going to try to do some damage. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the reason why I'm saying on the lower level, players that are just learning this game, if you throw out drive rush and you understand that about drive rush, then that gives you the advantage, baby. I'm sorry. You got the advantage over most people because they don't, people not throwing out drive rush. People are not throwing out no drive rush. And if they do, they did it by mistake. So let's go back and watch.
I think drive rush jab is really good, specifically crouch jab because it has more range.
So right there on drive rush, crouch jab, you +8. Okay, so we're gonna add that to the game plan. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go drive rush, crouching light punch, and I'm gonna go crouching medium punch. and then see what I could get. That's what I'm
So
gonna
you
do.
can do stuff like
Okay, so you saw that, right? Go back.
so this will be crouch jab because it has more range, and so you can do stuff like
See what he did? Crouching light punch, crouching medium, and cartwheel for corner carry and oki.
just like really basic confirms like this, and then you condition them like with like jabs to stop pressing or go for parry, and then you go for throw.
You see that? What you want them to do is you want that. That's what I'm saying. Just throw it out. Just throw it out. Because people who are have enough awareness to parry, they more than likely are not going to be in a position to delay take after they parry. That's you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Once you hit parry, you locked into that. You committed to that. You committed to the parry. So the only other thing that's gonna come up is that somebody's gonna try to drive, not drive rush, but gonna try to drive impact. But you get armor right there. So you know what I'm saying? When you see them turn orange, just press the button. You understand what I'm saying? Just press the button and try to check it as best you can. That's the only other way. I mean, unless somebody is ready with a DP or like a button or like a fireball, or, you know what I'm saying? That would count as them checking the drive rush. But on the lower level, I promise you, not that many people are checking drive rush. You could just run up and just throw that out. The most they're gonna do is block it. And if you got the right button pressed, you plus. You understand what I'm saying? So you could press another button, then trap them.
That's the best thing I found, but getting like a fat drive rush button seems kind of tough. You could do like back heavy kick.
I don't know, man. I don't think MAI is meant to do that. I don't think MAI is meant to just randomly drive rush it and heavy punch or heavy kick like Akuma. You know what I'm saying? Akuma would drive rush and that heavy punch. If that hit, you burn up. If that hits you, you in bad shape, buddy. Because right after that standing heavy punch, you getting that crouching heavy punch, and then you might get adamant flame. You might get the medium target combo. You in trouble, bro. You getting some buttons after that.
And you do get a combo after back heavy kick, right? You can do something like this. But on
See
block,
that?
it's not really it doesn't really leave you in the best situation. Plus three, but it's like I can't walk up and throw you. And like if I whiff this, like I just die, right? So not the best drive rush buttons, but they're still serviceable, right? The thing, same thing for buttons. I think the buttons are okay.
I mean, +7 though. Hold on, go back. So what are we thinking right here? If we drive rush and we whiff back heavy kick and we +7, what are we doing right here? What would you do? You know, I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna put this out, and then I'm gonna clip this right here, 217. So yeah, I'm gonna clip this right here, and then that's what I want to know. Somebody in the comments, if you see the clip or if you watch this VOD back, +7 right here in a neutral. What would you do? Are you pressing another button right here? Are you pressing heavy punch? You see what I'm saying? Are you jumping? What are you doing right here at +7?
Right? The thing, same thing for buttons. I think the buttons are okay. Like for example, like if I'm trying to go for shimmy, probably your best shimmy normal is this 5H.
The heavy punch is the God button for mine. I'm sorry. It's the God button. It's like the Terry. It's like the Terry heavy kick. Is that heavy kick that big old long kick that he do that go in a loop like that? I don't know. I can't remember.
Unlike most shimmy normals, it kind of just leaves you like close and minus. Not sure if I'm a big fan of that.
One more
Not
time.
sure if I'm a big fan of that.
So just a random grab that gets thrown out, right? So you just shimmy the grab. You shimmy in the grab, right? I mean, that's something that we're gonna talk about and put into practice too. But you see what I'm saying? Like it's tools that you need on your tool belt, baby. And that's one of them. Shimmying that grab, baiting that DP, that stuff like that is gonna come in handy later on, brother. And you can practice that now on the lower level by watching and learning how people set this up and do these things. Like if you drive rush and walk back, what you think they're gonna do? They might jump, they might DI. You get opportunity to punish.
But you get a pretty good decent shimmy situation, assuming you're ready ready for it. But on block, you don't really get the best. There's not really like a good special to cancel into. You could cancel like Fireball, but that's minus. You can cancel
No.
EX Fireball, but I think that's kind of gimmicky. So you're kind of just forced to like either go into spend the EX Fireball, which is obviously very strong, or like accept that you're minus and go for like a perfect parry or something. This seems okay, but you don't really get anything off of it. Not like Terry where you can like link a super. This is a decent like whiff punisher. You get like I think it's
Now, what was that? That's just regular standing heavy kick, right? That's not back heavy kick.
this is a decent like whiff.
So this is for people that's just walking around and YOLOing with the buttons. Okay, this is for like people who are non-jumpers and who are trying to figure out how to play neutral, but they don't quite understand. So this is what I was saying about some of her heavy normals, like the medium kick, the heavy kick, and the heavy punch. They have utility kind of like Akuma's heavy punch, where if you catch somebody throwing a button out, 9 times out of 10 you could punish that button. You just got to be ready for it, and you got to know what you're looking for and understand how that works.
Punisher, you get like I think it's yeah, you get some pretty good damage off.
So we saw that, right? Let's go back and look. We'll put that in play too.
I think it's
It's the same combo.
you get some pretty good damage off of this button if you can whiff punch, but it's slow and it doesn't have the best range compared to some other like heavy kicks like Jury heavy kick for example would definitely hit right about here. Mine's just kind of like I don't know, it just feels a little stubby. And
My bad, y'all. It's snack time, baby. Hey, y'all. Second best chips. So we talked about. Hold on. Let me do my little commercial real quick. So we talked about cheeses, hot and spicy cheeses. This is the second best snack in the world right here. I argue with your mama. You go fight your mama if you want to. I don't care. T Money eating these, baby. Yep. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Magically delicious, baby. Delicious and nutrition. You might have did something with this one, son. Chip. Mm-hmm. So, baby.
And I think she also has trouble against zoners, right? So Ryu's fireball is gonna go through my fireball. Obviously, I can do EX, but like you can EX back to my EX, and the only way I clash is I charge a fireball, but I'm minus on these interactions, right?
Mm-hmm.
It takes me a lot longer to charge on my fireball for him to just throw a normal fireball.
Mm-hmm.
So playing a couple matchups like Guile and some of the others where people could just throw fireballs seemed really scary with mine. But overall, I think this character has a lot of potential. I think she's gonna be good. I think just the strength of her fireball, the speed of her drive rush, having crouch medium kick and a DP is very very strong in this game. She has both. I think she's gonna be good. Top tier, I don't know. It's still too early to tell. Anyways, now we got speedrun this character to the master, and wish me luck. Okay, I don't even need you guys to suggest a name because I came up with it in my dreams last night. I mean, you guys can guess what it should be, but yeah, it's just Maya. Wait, oh yeah, Maya phone. Is it my phone or Maya phone? I dreamed of Maya. Yeah. I mean, I just dreamed of. Come on, guys. Maya phone. One-handed gaming. We are gonna do the one-handed speed. We are gonna do the one-handed run. I think Thursday. I'm gonna try it. I am gonna. I have to master of two hands first. So sub if you want to see that, I guess.
All right.
That route. Yeah. Medium Rianbu into level 1 is really good, of course, but that's this. Any chance you want to check out her modern stuff? I definitely don't want to check out her modern stuff.
No, don't play modern.
Heavy kick combos into level 1? Well, I mean, sure. Like you're saying, I think even this, doesn't this link into level 1? Maybe only enhance. That's weird. This is a 6-frame startup. Really fast startup. That's good. Is this hit confirmable?
Y'all seen the corner game plan, right? So now, what I will say is that we could try this button out medium. We could try that out medium. That's like the shimmy situation right there, where you walk up and walk back, and you may get it, but it depends. We'll try it out. Try it out. Try it out.
Oh. Yeah, you can hit confirm that.
He's real live.
Very easy confirm. I don't know how big this window is, but this is huge.
21 frames. That's pretty big.
This is the easiest confirm I've seen in a long time. Okay, so that's an option. So this is a completely hit confirmable target combo. You don't get anything from it though, right? Normally?
You see this comment right here? This comment right here says, feels like Akuma 6 HP confirmed. Okay? So does that make sense? So you know how we talked about target combos and what they use for? Target combos are used as hit confirms to get some sort of hard knockdown. And the reason why hard knockdown is important is again because it ultimately leads to an opportunity for meaty if you capitalize on the Oki, with the exception being the corner. You understand what I'm saying? Because the corner is already the Oki. You see what I'm saying? So think about it like that. And then the second comment says dive frame data is unenhanced -6 and +1, and -4 +2 is stocks. So when you do hit level 1, keep in mind that when you do dive kick, or when you do, your nose dive, your nose bomb, not dive and move or whatever, you always going to be -4, which again is safe, right? Because it's not a 3-frame button in this game.
Is it just a knockdown? +48.
Now, the reason why that's important is because -7 is not safe. -7 could get punished by a 6-frame button or a 4-frame. -4 is safe because you could block. But if it was -5, you get beat by 1 frame. If it was a 4-frame button in the game, which is a light jab or a light kick. See what I'm saying? So that's why the frame data is important. You need to know which buttons punish what things and what to expect the opponent to do if you do something that's either unsafe or negative in the opponent's face. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you're negative and you spaced, then you have opportunity to block. But if you're negative and point blank, you're more than likely going to get punished or you're going to get grabbed.
You get a meaty fireball. You get a meaty charge fireball. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm starting to see.
Are you going to combo breaker this year?
Hey, what's up, Grundle? Thanks for the 100.
So watch this. So we got to put all of that together because that was a lot for y'all. Let's see.
Ooh.
Go back a little bit further.
Is it just a knockdown? +48.
Look at that. Advantage +26. So that's meaty right there.
You get a meaty fireball.
Look at what fireball he threw. A heavy one. It started up the fastest. So after the target combo, heavy fireball. Okay. Same with Akuma, target combo. Heavy fireball. Or air fireball. You understand what? So you see what I'm saying? So you see how some of this stuff, like these principles, they kind of lead into one another, y'all. Anyway, let's continue. Let's see. We had 2 hours, 30 minutes. I think By it being a daytime, I think we might call it right here in the next couple of minutes or so. And then, like I said, we'll be back tonight for the rest of this. I just wanted to come and holler at y'all during the daytime and see what y'all was talking about. See what y'all got going on. What?
You get a charge fireball. Oh.
A meaty charge fireball is even better because it come with mix up.
Okay. I'm starting to see.
Are you going to combo breaker this year?
Hey, what's up, Grundle? Thanks for the 100 bits. I believe so. Back rolls off. True. I guess we can see what happens to the back roll. Yeah. I mean, that's still threatening, though. So what are they going to do there, right? Imagine worst case scenario.
Right? What would they do?
This isn't this in one of the trailers? Am I misremembering this? Right? This is not a free jump by any means.
Hey, that's not safe. You could grab.
You don't really get anything juicy from it, though. It seems like. So is back heavy kick supposed to be an anti-air? It just dawned on me that I don't really feel like she has an anti-air besides DP. No, wait, hold on. Oh,
Hold on. So you saw that, right? So on back rise, if the opponent jumps, that's free. That drive rush back heavy kick, that's free.
this also juggles out of the air.
I know, Brian. I know. But on the second kick, he could get it.
Anyways, I feel like you just DP.
We gonna try that. We're gonna try the target combo with two of them. We're gonna try the target combo with two kicks, and then try to get level one. That would be nice on a jump. That's tough to hit right there.
Golly to get that. This is not really like a good anti-air trap. I'm sure if I'm already powered up and I did that, it would work. So what is like your really bad combo? Cartwheel? Would that be like? Okay, worst comes to worst, you get cartwheel.
Yeah, yeah, that's not bad. But okay, so we got a few things to work on. I think that's good enough right there. I think that's good enough right there, y'all. We got some stuff from Brian. We got some stuff from Diaphone. And we got some basics of Street Fighter just to work on, whether it be with MAI or another character. I think what we're gonna do right here is that we go ahead on and call it right here. Um, I want to show everybody my appreciation and my love. Thank y'all for pulling up, man. Thank y'all for checking in during the daytime. I know everybody busy, everybody got stuff going on. But I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you hollering at your boy, man. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead on and call it, man. This will be up on Twitch. This will be up on YouTube. So if you want to go back and look at this breakdown, you can. I think that this breakdown is very extensive. You know what I'm saying? We covered a lot. We talked about a lot. We covered a lot in that 2 hours of time. And what we will do in the next episode of Street Fighter School is that we will be in the lab. We are going to be putting this to the test in the lab. Um, if you catch this after work or after school, I would say go back in your spare time and watch this. You know what I'm saying? And try to understand Maya as a character a little bit better. Um, and then when you come to the current episode of us with Maya in the lab of Street Fighter School, you will be on par with the rest of us. You understand what I'm saying? But we're gonna continue to do this. We're gonna call this like Intro to Street Fighter 101 or something like that. I don't know. We got to come up with a cool class name for it. But anyway, y'all, I got stuff to do. I'm gonna get up from here, man. And when I get back later today, we are gonna go through everything that we talked about and put some of this stuff into use and then continue to build out our game plan. And so the next time we on stream after our lab session, which would be later tonight, we will jump into some matches with the computer and also some matches with the in the casuals and just see what we can get accomplished. You know what I'm saying? See what works, see what doesn't, see what's the best use case for what stuff that we did learn. And then we will also watch some replays and try to break down what other players are doing that's working as far as like ranked and casual is concerned. And yeah, this is just a journey through learning. Because again, fighting game is something so special. I'm gonna keep saying that. Fighting game is something so special, y'all. It really is, man. It teaches you how to become a master at basically anything. If you can learn the mechanics of anything that you're trying to do, and if you can create an environment where you put those mechanics into practice over and over and over again, then you can become great. You don't understand what I'm saying? But um yeah, other than that, thank y'all. Thank everybody who pulled up. I love you. I'll talk to you later today. And yeah, I'm out. Y'all be cool. Y'all be good to each other. Get that hate out your heart. Show some love. And make sure you subscribe, man. We got a goal right here. Trying to hit 10 subscribers by the end of the year. We need 10. We need 1,000 followers by the end of the year, and I believe that we're gonna do it. I believe that we're gonna get it accomplished. So y'all be cool. Y'all be good, man. And I'll holler at y'all next time. All right, I'm out.